is doing well on Thursday evening. Thank you so much for watching Angelo Christian Financial Live every Thursday night. We do a live talk with Angelo show. I'm just kind of getting the camera ready for us. So I hope everyone's having a good night tonight and enjoying good weather. The weather's been awesome in Texas and in Florida. The weather's been really, really good too. So I don't know. We get people from all over the country that watch us. Good evening. Hey, how's everyone doing? So, hey, Evelyn, are your leases up in December? How far out should you prepare? I would recommend, Evelyn, preparing right now to get your home loan. I think preparation is the key when getting a home loan. So I would get the process started now to get everything figured out. Now is the best time. That's a great question, Evelyn. I appreciate you asking that. So remember, every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central, we do talk with Angelo. You're welcome, hon. Thank you for watching. So every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central, we do talk with Angelo. Right here, I'm in my home now. This is this chair that I'm sitting on was my mom's chair. This is our favorite chair growing up. And I don't know if you guys remember my story. Grew up, pretty poor, and to get a leather chair like this was a blessing. And so I kept it. I always kept it with me, even though she passed away. 9 years ago, I still keep this chair with me. It's my favorite chair. It's an old, handmade, Henry Don leather chair. So I always sit on it for good luck. So when I talk to you guys. So, but anyway, I'm really glad that you guys are watching us on Angelo Christian Live every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central. You can ask me questions. Feel free to ask me anything in the chat box, and then obviously, what we do is a free giveaway. Every Thursday for an Amazon gift card. So I'll ask you a question, and whoever answers that question first wins the free Amazon gift card. Just something that we do to be different and be cool to help our fans and our followers. Remember, we're a direct nationwide lender. We do commercial, residential, hard money lending, private lending, all throughout the country. We do all different types of loan programs, from HELOCs, jumbo loans, FHA loans, conventional loans, self-employed, no documentation loans, private loans, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, multifamily, SBA. So call or text Angelo Christian Financial if I can help you with any type of funding, 832-431-6331, or you can always click on the link in the YouTube description to get signed up to get pre-approved. We have all different types of cool loan programs to help you guys out there. So that's really what we cater to. So good evening, Kevin. How are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. So anyway, some interesting stuff I want to talk about tonight. We have some self-employed bank statement, no documentation loans, up to $2 million purchase price with only 10% down. That's a hot product. Or if you're self-employed, up to $1 million with only 10% down. Really, really hot programs. No tax returns needed, just your bank statements for the last 12 months. And you can qualify for a great 30-year fixed mortgage. And please, guys, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up in the YouTube. We need your help. We need your support. If you know anyone that's looking to buy a home, have them reach. Hey, Cherries, good evening, honey. How are you? Good to see you. So thank you so much for reaching out. That's one thing I want to talk about. I also want to talk about getting a verified pre-approval. We did some podcasts on that this week about verified pre-approvals. That's an important thing, guys. Right now, the market is screaming hot, and realtors and builders, they want to make sure that you've actually been approved for the loan. And so if you're, one of the things I think is very important is that you actually get a verified, I'm looking to buy a home. Cool, give us a call. Call or text us if you're looking to buy a home. That's why we're here. We're not just the YouTuber, we're an actual lender making loans to our clients. So call or text me at 832-431-6331. So that's what we do. So good evening, Marquita. I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. So anyway, so getting a verified pre-approval, there's 4 stages in the loan process. There is the pre-qualification, there's the pre-approval, and then there's the verified pre-approval, and then there's the actual loan commitment. So what realtors right now and builders, what they're looking for is an actual verified pre-approval. Hey, Anne Marie, good evening. Hey, how are you? You called today, the realtor guys chose me. I sent my paperwork. Yes, you'll find your home. Awesome job. Congratulations that you sent your paperwork in. You got pre-approved. You follow the process. That's the way it works. You get your information, you get pre-approved, you go find your home. That's what we do for people. We've been doing this for almost 20 years, guys. So, hey, Dennis, good evening. I hope you're doing well. So, remember, if you have any questions about any loan programs, any questions about credit, real estate, loan guidelines, requirements, feel free to ask me any questions or comments or concerns. The thing is that, we work with many people that are watching us on the show. You might have a loan in processing with us. One thing I will tell you guys, we try very, very hard to help people. It's, doing loans for people, it is very challenging sometimes. It can be, in our back office, we shoot our little video and you watch inside the boiler room what it takes to run a mortgage business. It's a 24/7 job. I work 7 days a week. I don't take any time off because I'm committed to helping my clients. Having said that, we're not perfect by any means. I make a lot of mistakes. I try to get better every day, and I hope that I'm getting better. And so if you're working with us, I really appreciate that. We have excellent reviews on Google. I'm trying to be my best every day and to have flawless execution. I do make mistakes though, so I am human, but I do try my best to help everybody I can out there in the world to get their home loan. And it's a market right now that's very hot. So getting a verified pre-approval is very important because you want to make sure. Hey, Letitia, I was given a house as a child and I still own it. It depends, Letitia. That's a great question. If the property is in your name, it depends if you're on the title or not. If you're on the deed and the title, you may not be eligible for first-time buyer. But if you haven't had a mortgage on it, you could be eligible for a first-time buyer program. So it depends. If you haven't had a mortgage out against it, then you'll probably be okay if you just have the title in your name. So that's a great question, though. That's actually a really good question because a lot of people are deeded properties from their family in inheritance or in their heirs, and it will deem them ineligible for a first-time buyer program. And it's not really true because if you don't have a mortgage against it, you haven't taken out a first-time buyer mortgage. So some of the first-time buyer programs say it has to be your first time getting a loan or a first time having a property in your name. You're welcome. Hey, Marvin, good evening. I hope you're doing well, brother. So that's a great question. The other thing I want to talk about, I've seen this a lot lately in the marketplace. People are going from, hey, Valerie, good evening. Does owning raw land disqualify? No, owning raw land does not disqualify you from become the first-time buyer rights. So you can own raw land and you can still become a first-time buyer. So that's a great question. But one of the things I want to talk about, I think it's worth bringing up because I'm seeing this a lot right now. Oh, more questions. William, what's going on? I don't want to file my taxes. Gross is self-employed. You can get a bank statement loan. Yes. Hey, Ange Haas, good evening. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching the channel and the show with Angelo Christian. Always appreciate your support. Yes, you could do a bank statement self-employed loan and you only need 10% down. So you don't need tax returns. You don't need W-2s. You don't need pay stubs. That's what I was just saying. We have special self-employed bank statement loans up to $2 million. You could buy a mansion, okay, up to $2 million depending on where you live and only put 10% down. No tax returns, no W-2s, no pay stubs. I want to hear from you if you're trying to self-employed and you're trying to buy. We do a lot of those in California, in Orange County, actually all throughout California. We do them a lot in Virginia, Florida, all over the place, really. And so if you're self-employed, we'd love to help you. It's a great program. So what is the approximate interest rate? Interest rates start at 4.5% on the bank statement loan. Now, I want to be mindful of that because people, they think they're going to get the rate that I'm telling them they start at. Now, the rate starts at 4.5%. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get 4.5% because they have to underwrite your file. The underwriter has to go through your file, and then they're going to determine the interest rate you're going to get based on your credit, based on your down payment, based on the property type. But that's where they start at. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. If you're self-employed, we work with all different types of self-employed, business owners, entrepreneurs, entertainers, actors, dancers, musicians, um, you know, attorneys, different people that are self-employed. Yeah, all kinds of different people that we work with to help them to get the funding. Okay, so yes. Hey, Evelyn. Good evening. I'm self-employed veteran, first time. Oh, love to help you, Evelyn. That's awesome. You're self-employed and you're a veteran. Veterans are some of our. That's really one of my favorite programs to do, Evelyn. Is a first-time buyer, VA zero down, 100% financing. You get 100% financing on the loan and get all your closing costs, and in a lot of cases included. So it's a wonderful, attractive opportunity to be able to own your home with zero down and get 100% financing. We're a big advocate of that, and I think it's a really, really cool program. So we would love to help you if you're a veteran. We have special programs. Our VA loans, we have no loan limits for our VA loans. So you can buy, up to a $2 million home with the VA and get zero down, 100% financing. That's how awesome it is. And you get low interest rates starting at 2.8 for a 30-year fixed mortgage with 100% financing. So it's a no-brainer opportunity. It's just a matter of putting the deal together. So we definitely want to hear from you if you're a veteran. We love helping our veterans out there. Our veterans served our country. We want to help them to get the best loan they can get. So really appreciate you guys if you're veterans and watching the channel. We have an awesome ton of veteran programs. So if you know veterans that are trying to buy a house, please have them think about Angelo Christian. We definitely want to help you guys to get you the best VA loan that you can get. So the other thing is that I wanted to go back to is, so a big thing that I'm seeing right now is a lot of people, and you guys, some of you guys watching the show, you might have been W-2 and then you went to 1099. So I keep seeing this like a million times a month where people are W-2'd and then they become 1099 and then they try to get a home loan. I probably get this call more than anything. Hey, I just went 1099. Can I buy a house? I'm going to tell you that it depends on a lot of things, guys. That's why I wanted to bring this up. If you're transitioning from W-2 to 1099, you have to be 1099 for usually at least 2 years, guys. 1099 self-employed for at least 2 years before you can get a home loan. Okay? Whether it's VA, FHA, conventional. So now, if you're 1099 and then you became W-2'd, you do not have to wait 2 years. You can buy a house, if you're on a salary, the same month that you got your salary, the same day you got your offer letter. If you're hourly, they typically want you to be on the job for at least a month to 3 months. So it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're going from W-2 to 1099, they want to see that you can manage your business, because that means that you're self-employed for at least 2 years. Okay, so hey, can the first-time buyer qualify for first lien HELOC? Great question, Armstrong. I don't know what your first name is. Yes, you can. First-time buyers can get a HELOC. You can qualify for a HELOC. A first lien HELOC, is one of our most phenomenal, powerful loan programs out there. It's very explosive, very effective, and your first-time buyer can get a first lien HELOC. That's correct. You certainly can. That's a very, very good program. Highly, highly recommend looking at a first lien HELOC. They're phenomenal loan options. So yes, I think it's a great idea. So Natasha, yeah, you can get a first lien HELOC even if you're a first-time buyer. Okay, and we talked about what the requirements are for a first lien HELOC. You have to have at least a 660 credit score. That's a fully documented loan, so you do need tax returns because it's through the bank, and maximum debt ratio of 45%. Cool things are no escrow, no PMI, interest-only payments, great cash flow, great idea to buy a home. Highly recommend it. Hey Valerie, do you work with lenders that allow gross up of income? Yes, we do allow for that. If you're on fixed income, like Social Security, you can gross up that income generally up to 25% for fixed income. So you can definitely do that, and you can gross up your income. That's a great question, Valerie. So you can definitely gross up your income. That means that if you make $1,000 a month of Social Security, you can take it to $1,250 a month to qualify if you're on a fixed income. So great idea, great thing to have, because it's non-taxed, and you can it'll help you to lower your debt to income ratio, help you to boost your purchasing power. So if your lender is not grossing up your fixed income, he's not doing it correctly. What does one get approved for a first-time buyer? Credit score right now, Rudy, is 620. Got to have a 620 credit score, Rudy, for first-time buyer. So as long as that's your middle credit score. You have 3 credit scores: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. They're going to take the middle credit score. Whatever your middle credit score is, that's the one they're going to use for qualification. It has to be at least a 620 or higher. So as long as it's a 620 or higher, then you're good. Okay? And remember, what's the definition of a first-time buyer? Someone that hasn't had a mortgage in the last 3 years. Now that definition can vary based on the type of loan program that you're doing, the state that you're in, but that's generally what the requirements are. Marvin, can you use bank statement program instead of 1099? Well, you can use the bank statement program, Marvin, but the thing is that in the bank statement program, you just use bank statements for a year. However, you still have to be self-employed for at least 2 years. Okay? So is the housing market now, with me living in Austin? Oh, geez. You're in Austin. Natasha, Austin is like the hottest market in the country. It's got to be in the top 10 for sure. I mean, I love Austin. I actually consider moving there many times. I love Lake Travis is beautiful. That whole area is just, it's amazing. And then the areas around it, are gorgeous. The hill country around, Dripping Springs. I mean, that whole area, Bee Caves is beautiful. But anyway, yes, new construction, I would say, that if you're looking at getting in Austin, I would say new construction is a very good idea. You can't go wrong buying in Austin. I think Austin's a great investment for the long term. Prices are high, I know. But, long term, if you're going to plan on holding on to that property or turn into a rental property one day, I don't think you can go wrong. I think Austin is a wonderful market. It's just going to get better and better. It's going to attract a lot of talent. The economy is great. Beautiful, naturally beautiful area. It's a lot different than in Dallas or Houston. So I think a new construction's fine. Just hold on to it for the rest of your life. So, hey Chris, what's going on? What's the approximate credit score needed for a no-doc loan, self-employed? No-doc loan, Chris, self-employed, you got to have at least a 700 credit score. So your credit score has to be at least 700 or higher to do a self-employed 10% down. From 660 to 700 is 15% down. And 640 to 660, you got to put 20% down. That's a great question. So, yeah, remember, we have jumbo self-employed loans up to $2 million with only 10% down. One of the only lenders in the country that do jumbo self-employed, no tax returns, no W-2s, no pay stubs, bank statements for the last 12 months. You can buy a house, you can buy your dream home, $2 million home, and you need 10% down. Now, there is closing costs. You do have to have reserves. Reserves are usually 6 months of reserves. That means, what are reserves? That is your PITI, your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance that you have to have post-closing. On these programs, you have to have 6 months of reserves. Closing costs can be anywhere from 3 to 6%. You do have to have that for the house, but just the down payment's 10%. Most lenders want 20% down for a jumbo loan, and they require tax returns. This loan does not require tax returns. It's just bank statements. So, great program, phenomenal if you're trying to buy a home and you only need 10% down. So, we also have some self-employed tax return programs too. 1-year tax returns starting at 10% down. So you can buy your home if you don't want to show bank statements, you want to use tax returns, just show us 1 year of tax returns, and you just have to put 10% down. So that's a cool program too. And you can get great rates on that. Interest rates are starting at 2.8 on that. You get a low rate, very little money down, and that's a very exciting program too, for a 1-year self-employed tax return program. So those are some of my favorite loan programs to talk about. Hey Valerie, do you need to have reserves Oh, great question, Valerie. You do not need to have reserves for FHA and USDA. Now, it's not required to have reserves, okay? But if you have like a low credit score, like below 620, or you have a very high debt ratio, the underwriter can call for reserves. All right, and then that could change, and that could make you have reserves. But it's not bad to have reserves, but it's not a requirement of the loan. Some loans require reserves, and FHA and USDA. Hey, how many months of reserves do you need a bank statement loan? You have to have at least minimum 3 months, but ideally 6 months of reserves for bank statement loans. Okay, so just do 6 months just to be safe. Okay, lending, you have to be safe. You can't be. It's like one of those things. If you guys make food, you guys like to make food. If you put too much salt, you'll ruin the dish. That's how lending is. You can't put too much salt or be too aggressive with buying a house or being. And what I mean by that is it's better to err on the bottom line. What I'm trying to say, it's better to err on the side of caution, right? And say, oh, it's no reserves or 3 months reserves. No, it doesn't work like that. Lending is very black and white. It's 6 months reserves. You got to follow those rules, follow those guidelines. So just worried the prices are so high. Yes, I know. I get it, Natasha. I mean, I know it's the prices are high, but I mean, the thing is that, I mean, you can wait until a pullback, but when's the pullback going to happen? When are the prices going to go down? I mean, my worry is that next year that 275 is going to be 300. So you just got to think about that and see, because I don't know if you saw last week I was talking about my friend. He's a broker in Austin, and his client was under contract for. Should I wait until it cools down? I know. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. How do you know when it's going to cool down? How do you know when the market's going to? I mean, I don't know that. I do this for a living every single day, and I don't know when it's going to cool. You could look at it and say, man, it's hot. It's got to cool down. But when is it going to cool down? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can wait. Yeah, there's nothing, I guess, that's, unless it's pressing, you have to get out and buy a house because where you live is not safe or it's not working. But if it's okay, then yeah, you can wait. There's nothing that, the thing is that you're in a situation right now. You had pent up demand from COVID. Interest rates are low. People are back to work. They want to buy a house. They don't want to rent anymore. People are waking up. They realize, hey, I don't want to rent, man. I want to own my own house. I want to have my backyard. I want to do things. I want to paint my wall. I want to, rearrange my kitchen. You can't do that when you're renting. Okay. So, but anyway, I have a friend of mine that's in Austin. That's a broker and a builder. His client went to go buy a house in Austin, new construction. I told you this story last week. The offer he made with the builder, didn't sign the contract, just made a verbal offer of $560,000, and he didn't sign the contract. He waited over the weekend, okay, and he decided over the weekend that he wanted the house. He went back to the builder's office on Tuesday, okay. So when he went back to the builder's office on Tuesday, and I'm not joking, this is a true story, guys. The price went from $560,000 to $660,000. It increased $100,000 in 4 days. And the builder said, take it or leave it. And all the other lots were sold out. And so the guy had no choice because he was transferring him from Washington and he needed a home. So he paid the extra $100,000 to buy the house. Okay? And I mean, that's what's going on right now in the market. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I have a ton of clients in Dallas, and they say the builders are out of inventory. They have no lots. It's first come, first serve. Highest bidder wins type situations. And so the best thing you can do to prepare yourself is to get a verified approval. We do verified approvals, and we can get you pre-approved, give you a verified approval, and then you can buy your house with certainty to make sure you actually can close on the loan. So that's a huge thing. So remember, you can always call or text our office at 832-431-6331 to actually get a verified pre-approval. Highly recommend that to make sure that your offer sticks and the broker and the agent want to take your offer because you have a verified approval. Very important to get the best deal. Highly recommend to get a verified pre-approval, just to make sure that your offer sticks and that you can win the bid. So anyway, that's a great question though, and again, I feel you on the market and how hot it is and what's going on. The biggest thing I can say is, if you need to buy a home, don't wait. And if you're long term, now if you're in it for just a flip, maybe now is not a good time if there's not a lot of equity in the property. The one thing I will tell you though, for investors out there, is that a lot of foreclosures are getting ready to hit the market. What is the waiting list? And if you have a pre-approval, how does that work? Well, if you're on the waiting list, you can go under contract and lock in the price now. So let's say the guy is selling the home for $275, the builder, you can lock it in at $275. He can't increase the price on you. So that's the idea behind it. So, Willie, I'm going to be a first-time home buyer. Yes, there are first-time buyer programs. USDA is a first-time buyer program. That's a no money down, 100% financing. VA is a first-time buyer, 0 down, 100% financing. Conventional now has a first-time buyer with only 3% down. FHA has a first-time buyer with only 3.5% down. So you have a ton of options, Willie. So just call or text us at 832-431-6331. We have a lot of different programs for first-time buyers. Okay, and so there's still great areas that are still available. There's still properties for sale. We want to help you guys to get into a home. That's why we're here. That's what we do, and how we help people and how we're different is we figure out how to get them approved, how to structure your loan. Most mortgage companies, if you don't meet the requirements right away, they deny you. We try to figure out with open arms how to figure out how to help you. So we get thousands of people that call us, and we try to help everyone the best we can. We're not perfect, but we do try to help people the best that we can. And sometimes it's harder than others, and sometimes it's easy. But the bottom line is that if I can't figure it out, no one else is going to be able to figure out that loan. All right, I do promise you, and I stand behind that guarantee. You have my guarantee. If I can't figure out the loan, no one else will. Okay. Now we do all different types of programs. We do jumbo loans. Jumbo loan with only 5% down, no PMI, up to $850,000 purchase price. That's a no-brainer opportunity. Great program, solid loan with only 5% down, not having to pay any PMI. We have our jumbo self-employed up to $2 million with only 10% down. First-time buyer programs, FHA, VA, USDA conventional loans. We also have hard money loans. If you're an investor and you want to do a hard money loan, we have purchases, refinances, fix and flip, investor loans, all different types of loan programs to help you guys with hard money programs and private loans. No documentation investor cash flow loans. So a lot of different loan options to help you guys out there and your clients. If you're a broker or you're a builder and you're trying to get your customers funded, think about us. Hey, Rose, what's going on? What's the best credit score you should have for the best rate? Best credit score I recommend is a 760 or higher. Get that credit score at 760 or 800 or higher. At least 760 or higher, 800 or higher. That's the best credit score that you can get the best loan. The higher the credit score, the better the interest rate you're going to get. Yes, I do recommend. Now, I will tell you for FHA loans or government loans per se, that doesn't apply. This is for conventional and for private loans and non-QM loans. FHA or government loans, if you have over 700, everyone's getting the same rate. If you have a 620, you might get a little bit higher interest rate, but it's pretty much all the same boat. 640, 660, 680, 700. You're going to get the similar type rates. Okay? So just keep that in mind. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rose. Thank you so much for reaching out to us. We really appreciate you, and very happy to work with you, and delighted that you guys are watching Angelo Christian. So remember, if you have any questions, ask us in the chat box. It's an open forum. You can ask me anything that you want. Hey, Valerie, approximately how long on average does the whole loan process take? It takes about, usually to do a pre-approval can take anywhere from a few minutes to a few days, depending on the complication of your file. And then the closing takes on average 30 days for most loans. Some loans take 45 days to close. Okay, so it just depends on the type of loan that you're trying to do. So usually 30 days, 35 days, some loans 45 days. So it just depends on the type of file that you have and depending on your case. You know, every case is different. Some go faster, some go shorter. But that's a great question. Oh, you're welcome, Valerie. I really appreciate you reaching out. So, we really, like I said, we go the extra mile to try and help our clients. So I really appreciate you guys watching the show, watching the channel, supporting us. That's why we're here, to help our clients to excel, to grow, to succeed. Remember, on our YouTube, you can check us out on Angelo Christian Mortgage. On our YouTube channel, we have almost 64,000 subscribers. We produce 4 great videos every single week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at 6 a.m. We release great content on our YouTube channel, new podcasts, new shows 4 times a week. Our Instagram, Official Angelo Christian. Our website, Official Angelo Christian. You can check us out on Google. We have over 300 reviews, 4.7 rating. So a lot of solid information. Thank you. I appreciate you watching the show, Anne-Marie. I really appreciate that. We work tirelessly and endlessly to help people, to give them the knowledge, the power to succeed with home ownership. And later this summer, we're going to be doing a Cooking with Angelo show. You can come in my backyard. We actually can. We're going to grill it up. So I'm going through to get my approval, FHA in the future. Yes, real estate. Yes, I saw the question about you're getting an FHA loan and then you want to turn into a first lien HELOC. That's a very good idea. First lien HELOC is a very powerful loan. You can close with FHA now, and then you can refinance, as soon as 3 months for a first lien HELOC. Crawfish? Yes, yes, it's crawfish season. Yes, we're in the South. You must be in the South, Cherries. If you're thinking about crawfish, you must be down south wanting to do a crawfish boil. Yes, there's some great places in Houston for some good crawfish. So that we got to do a crawfish boil. That's right. We should do a big huge crawfish boil. So I agree with that. So the question was on the HELOC. Yeah. So what conditions do you clear other than income to make a verified approval? Oh, great question, Marvin. Great question. So going back to the first lien HELOC, yeah, you can close with FHA. You can wait 3 months and then you can do a first lien HELOC. Great strategy, great program. I would turn my whole house into a first lien HELOC. Now, it's not allowed in Texas. It's not allowed in Hawaii or Alaska, but you can do it anywhere else in the country. And a phenomenal program. I can't stress that enough because a home is good to live in a home. But if it's not making you any money and you're not using it to free up capital, it's not the best use. Later on in life, you should always look at, if you can, to convert your house into some type of cash flow generator. Now, I'm not going to say that for everybody, but for a lot of people, it makes a lot of sense. So I hope that answers your question. Now, on a verified approval, it says we verify income, we verify credit, we verify employment, we verify assets. So that way, all that stuff gets, and if you have rent, we verify rent. If you have mortgage payments, we verify mortgage payments. So, yes, we do, great question. We do hard money construction loans. We sure do. And we do conventional construction loans too, for builders. For builders or investors, not for individual consumers. So we do that. We will later in the future offer that for consumers. But not right now. For builders and investors, we offer that all day long, but not for individuals. Okay, later on in the year, we should be able to do that because I'm a big advocate of that. But that's Marvin, on a verified approval, what the difference is. Because, you see, the seller wants to make sure that the loan's going to close. And if the loan officer hasn't verified, the pertinent information, because a lot of loan officers don't early on, because they don't know if the deal is going to go through or what the buyer is going to do, so they won't take the time to go verify all that stuff. So a lot of times there could be issues in the bank statements, or issues with the employment, or issues with the income. So, if you get that stuff verified, you have a more bona fide approval that will stick for closing. and the sellers and the sellers agents like that stuff. And I mean, and it's good for lending too. So that's what that is for a verified approval. So I hope that makes sense. So because that's really what they're going to be looking for to get you qualified. And if you're a loan officer, I highly recommend that you do that for your client, because you want to make sure that their offer sticks and that they can get approved for the loan. Okay. Because you don't know. I mean, your client's going up against tons of different offers, cash offers, conventional offers, 20% down, 30% down, and if they're doing FHA, it can make it hard for them to get the funding, right? So just think about that, because it's important to make sure that you can offer that for your client. So what's the question? What about Genflex homes and Gen homes? I'm not sure on Gen homes. I think I understand. I think I might know what you're talking about. Those haven't really come around to the market yet, like agency funding. Now there are private loans for those type of properties. You can do private loans for like tiny homes, Gen homes, that type of thing. There's a market for it in the private sector. The agencies like Fannie and Freddie have not adopted that stuff yet. And so private lending's good, but it's usually large down payments, 25, 35% down, a little bit higher interest rates starting at 5%. There's a private market for it. There has not been a agency market for it yet. But I mean, in the future, I expect that to change. I mean, agencies lend on mobile homes. So I think it's just a matter of time. Am I correct that USDA loan applies for rural properties? Yes, that's right. Rural properties for USDA. So that's usually USDA is very good for townships under 20,000. I'm purchasing a house in just in my name. Just having a joint account with my spouse. That is not going to be a problem. Now, what the underwriter may ask if you have a joint account is they may want you to go deeper into that to verify what belongs to your spouse, what belongs to you. They may want you to write letters stating that this money belongs to just me and not my husband, or vice versa. Or they may want to go through the bank statement to see, does your husband's bank deposits get deposited into that bank account? Basically, they're trying to see what's your money, what's his money, if it's just you go on the loan, okay? But usually, no, that's not a problem. Spouses, that's not a big deal. So don't worry about that. I mean, they're going to ask about it, but it's not like something that's going to kill the loan, okay? But yeah, those are really, really good questions, guys. You guys are asking great questions. So you guys are always, it's amazing. What I'm really impressed with is that you guys get so smart by watching the channel, and you learn so much, and the questions you ask me get me thinking. So yeah, you guys are always on your game asking good questions. So that's good, because it keeps me motivated to come up with new content to educate and teach myself. When I'm educated, I'm teaching myself too. Because remember, learning is remembering, right? And so I'm always, trying to come up with new ideas. And you guys give me a lot of great ideas. So that's what's really, really cool, is that, I mean, we're just in this homogeneous, synergistic, energy transfer, and it's just really nice. So I'm really glad that you guys watch the show and that you watch the channel, you support us. And the thing is that what's cool is that we do the videos, but we're also a lender too, which makes it neat, because we can help you with your funding. So it just makes it really, really cool, because I really believe that we're different. There's a lot of lenders out there, and I don't really believe in my heart that a lot of lenders are like us, and there are very good lenders out there, very good people, and we like to think of ourselves in that boat, that we do try to help people. We are a for-profit company, though. We have to make money, and we believe in making money. We believe in helping people too. That's part of the deal. That's part of the way it works. So, but yeah, I mean, so basically, I think 2021 is shaping up to be a really, really good year. People are trying to get back on their feet, get back on them with their families, get back to work, get back to business, shake off this COVID stuff, and move on with their life. That's what it's looking like. And so if we can help you to get a home loan or get funding, we're always here. You can call or text my office, 832-431-6331. Or if you want to get into the real estate game, and you want to learn about mortgage, you want to learn about real estate, we have Real Estate University. It's an online platform, has over 1,000 hours of content, and you can learn how to become a top producer. No, you're not obligated to stick with one realtor, Natasha. You can use any agent that you want. They can't tie you in. Monique, does it matter how long the credit score? Credit's usually good for 3 months. Valerie, I would never have thought a homeownership would be possible. You can always buy. You can buy a home. Now, one thing I do want to talk about, and I talked about this last week, getting a home loan. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Giving birth to a child, all you mothers out there, I have no idea what that's like, and I'll never know what that's like. And I know it's not easy. And there's a lot of things that are tough in life, and getting a home loan can be tough. It's not always tough, but it can be. And remember that we're here on your side to help you. And it's the same team, same dream. We are here to help you to close on your home loan. Now, it could be a invasive process. If you've been divorced, if you've had bankruptcies, if you've had credit issues. But we don't look at any of that stuff and say we don't want to help you, but we do need your cooperation to work together to make it happen for the team dream. So, buy it in 15,000. Yes, I published an article about that. I don't know if you guys saw that article I put on my Instagram, and it's on my Facebook. That has been introduced in the Congress, and if that gets signed off, that should go into effect. I would think by June or July. Once it rolls out, we're passing out to everybody. Look at my Instagram and my Facebook, and we talked about that. There's a huge article that was put into Congress to pass in Congress. If that rolls out, that's going to be awesome for you guys, because that's going to help you all to be able to buy your home. All right, $15,000 is a lot of money. Go a long way, do a lot of damage with buying a house. So big deal, big money. So yes, guys, we love you guys. I really appreciate everyone watching the show, watching the channel, giving us the support. Without you, we wouldn't be in existence. You guys mean everything to us. We're here for you, to help you, educate you, fund you, and to get to know you, be friends, be business partners, whatever we can do. Really glad that we're able to connect on our YouTube Live every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, Talk with Angelo. So I just bought a house. How long do I have to wait to apply for HELOC? 3 months, Tony. At least 3 months, Alan. Hey, thank you. You're welcome, Alan. At least 3 months, Tony. Got to wait 3 months before you can apply. So great question, though. So now for the lightning round question. Okay, remember, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, we give away a free $100 Amazon gift card. So I ask a question. Whoever answers it right, you have to answer it right first, wins a $100 Amazon gift card. You text me your email to 832-431-6331, and we will give you a free $100 Amazon gift card for answering the question right. So this is a two-part question. So Philip, hey Philip. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man. Looking forward to closing with you, Philip. Proud of you, brother. Proud of you. Thank you so much for watching the show. So the question is, okay. Oh, another question popped up. Have you ever dealt with a right to purchase a home? I'm leasing. Yes. Yeah, lease to purchase. Yeah, lease with option to buy. Absolutely, all the time. Every day. Absolutely. So, all right. So the question is, all right. So on the jumbo bank statement loan program, how much can you go up to? How much is the down payment? So on a jumbo, self-employed, no documentation, bank statement loan, what price can you go up to, and how much is the down payment? So whoever answers that first wins. Okay, Evelyn, you said $1 million, so that's not correct, but good try, honey, good try. So jumbo, bank statement, self-employed, what price can you go up to? No, $2 million, that's part of it. And what's the down payment? It's a two-part question. Jumbo, no documentation, self-employed loan program. You got it. It's two-part. Okay, Valerie, you got it. Valerie got it first. Good job, honey. $2 million and 10%. Go, girl. Go, girl. Valerie got it. All right. Good job. Okay, you're right behind her, Marvin. Good job, honey. $2 Text me your email, 832-431-6331. We'll hook you up with that $100 Amazon gift card. Remember, every Thursday, Talk with Angelo Live, we're giving away money, we're giving away knowledge. So remember, if we can help with any funding, call or text me, 832-431-6331. Valerie, don't forget to send me your info. We'll hook you up with that Amazon gift card every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Guys, we love you. Take care. Be strong. Make the most of yourself. Max out your life. Go to the highest level you can. We'll see you on the other side. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.